No sooner has Weatherfield waved goodbye to the dangerously obsessive Becky Swain than another lethal presence arrives, ready to cause chaos. Step forward Jodie Ramsay, a new arrival who burst onto the soap scene amid the dramatic Corriedale crossover, after making a daring escape from the back of a van while being held prisoner by notorious Emmerdale villain Graham Foster. Sharp-eyed fans were quick to notice that the enigmatic newcomer bears an identical tattoo to Shona's, instantly hinting at a hidden connection between the two women. After quietly keeping tabs on Shona and David Platt at the hospital following the birth of their baby daughter Harper, Jodie eventually made herself known, revealing that she is, in fact, Shona's long-lost sister. While David welcomed Jodie into their home with open arms, Shona remained guarded. With Harper's difficult arrival and ongoing health worries, the last thing the family needs is more upheaval. Still, Jodie clung to the hope of rebuilding bridges, musing that fate must have played a part in bringing them back together. But fate appears to have a cruel streak. Upcoming episodes expose Jodie's deep-seated resentment, as she secretly blames Shona for abandoning her to endure years of suffering under their abusive parents. Fueled by bitterness, Jodie is determined to settle the score, and she has chosen Shona's stepdaughter, Lily Platt, as her means of retaliation. In scenes airing on Monday, January 22nd, Jodie eagerly offers to help Lily with her self-portrait, using the opportunity to gain her trust while subtly poisoning her against Shona. 2 days later, her attempt to further undermine Shona's reputation is abruptly derailed when Kit Green walks into the cafe, prompting a visibly shaken Jodie to flee the scene. What is she so desperate to avoid? The following day, Shona confronts Kit, and he drops a bombshell, revealing that Jodie was spotted in the woods on the night of the crash, her hands tied, clearly fleeing from someone, and visibly terrified. The revelation leaves Shona reeling. Elsewhere, Jodie attends a domestic abuse support meeting at the community center, where she listens intently as a woman named Ellie recounts the harrowing violence she endured at the hands of her partner. The emotional atmosphere soon takes a dramatic turn when Shona and David receive a frantic call from Bethany, reporting that Jodie is back at their house and having a complete breakdown. As Jodie pours out her distress, questions linger over whether her pain is genuine or simply another calculated move in her mission to punish her sister. Executive producer Kate Brooks has shed light on Jodie's complex history with Shona, teasing long-buried secrets that are about to resurface with explosive consequences. She's a very layered character who carries a lot of emotional baggage, Kate explained. The sisters' relationship is incredibly strained, with years of unresolved issues and underlying resentment. Despite everything, there is still love there. That bond hasn't disappeared, even after so much time apart. Kate also hinted that Jodie's arrival will be anything but straightforward. She's mischievous, unpredictable, and clearly a troublemaker. There's far more to Jodie than meets the eye, and the audience will enjoy peeling back the layers to discover who she really is and what she's capable of. Viewers should keep a close eye on her, she added. There are plenty of secrets waiting to come out, and Jodie is set to bring a huge amount of drama into the Platt family's lives. Coronation Street actress Sue Devaney, who plays Debbie Webster, has previously opened up about a deeply personal decision in her life, explaining why she never became a mother. While her on-screen character has recently been at the center of a dramatic secret involving a hidden child, many viewers have been left wondering whether Sue has children away from the cameras. Sue first appeared on the long-running ITV soap in 1984, stepping into the role of Debbie as Kevin Webster's younger sister. Although she departed the show after just a year, she made a hugely popular comeback to Weatherfield in 2019. Since returning, Debbie has grown into a fan favorite, but the past year has brought heartbreaking challenges for the character. Viewers watched as the savvy businesswoman was diagnosed with young-onset vascular dementia, turning her life upside down. More recently, Debbie became caught up in the devastating Corriedale crossover storyline, which featured a catastrophic multi-car crash that claimed the life of Billy Mayhew. Initial suspicion fell on Debbie as the cause of the accident, but it later emerged that her brother Carl was actually responsible. In a cruel twist, Carl deliberately placed an unconscious Debbie behind the wheel, framing her for the collision, according to reports. Last week's episode saw Debbie appear in court, where she stunned her family by pleading guilty to causing the crash. The real shock came when it was revealed that Debbie was protecting Carl because she is secretly his biological mother, choosing to take the blame to save him from punishment. Away from Weatherfield, Sue's real life is far calmer. The actress is married to BBC journalist Jim O'Farrell, with the couple tying the knot in 2024, 3 years after announcing their engagement. They celebrated their wedding with a small private ceremony in Skipton, North Yorkshire, attended by close friends and family. Sue later shared the happy moment on Instagram, posting a photo of herself and Jim outside their hotel. Unlike her on-screen counterpart, Sue does not have children, a topic she has spoken candidly about in a past interview with The Big Issue. Reflecting on her life choices, Sue explained, "I never had children, and now that I'm nearly 50, I feel that window has closed, but that's largely because I was focused on my career." She went on to share a more sobering observation, adding, "People assume you can have everything, but I don't believe that's true." Sue also noted that she prefers a simpler, more balanced life, saying she likes to focus her energy rather than spinning too many plates at once. "I've got a wonderful partner, my sister and my niece, and a fulfilling life beyond acting," she said. At first glance, Sally and Tim Metcalf have never looked like the most natural pairing. She's driven, image-conscious, and forever striving for more, while he's a grounded, straightforward man whose quiet life suits him just fine. Yet against all expectations, this unlikely couple has endured a great deal together. From the long shadow cast by Tim's difficult relationship with his father, Jeff Metcalf, to Sally's mistaken belief that Tim was being unfaithful with a nurse when he was actually concealing a serious heart condition, their marriage has faced repeated tests. Through every high and low, Sally's affection for Tim has remained strong, rivaled only by her passion for perfect home decor. Recently, however, their relationship has come under strain due to Tim's past involvement with Trisha Pinkerton. Sally believes Tim was taken advantage of when he was young, while Tim continues to insist that the relationship was harmless, describing it as a brief encounter with an older woman who he says took his virginity when he was 14 and she was 20. Tim's refusal to acknowledge why the situation was inappropriate has caused growing tension between the couple. Matters were made worse when Sally discovered that Tim had secretly met Trisha again on their wedding anniversary, a betrayal that left her deeply hurt. Executive producer Kate Brooks has offered insight into Tim's mindset, explaining why he struggles to recognize his past experience as harmful. She has said that Tim has long minimized what happened, believing at the time that it was exciting rather than damaging, and failing to fully grasp the seriousness of the situation. The strain between the Metcalfs is set to intensify in upcoming episodes. When an emotional Sally visits number 6 to drop off some mail for Carla Connor, she ends up confiding in Lisa Swain about the difficulties in her marriage. Seeking comfort from someone who has endured her own complicated relationship seems logical, but the conversation leads Carla to quietly contact Tim and ask him to come and collect Sally, who is clearly overwhelmed. The issue shows no signs of fading, particularly as Tim's past begins to reflect a troubling storyline currently unfolding nearby on the street. Athletics coach Megan Walsh has been misusing her authority over student Will Driscoll, drawing him into an inappropriate relationship without his family's awareness. The similarities between Will's situation and Tim's past become increasingly difficult to ignore. Kate Brooks has explained that this parallel storyline will play a significant role in shaping Tim's journey. As Tim becomes involved in Will and Megan's situation, witnessing just how young and vulnerable Will is will force him to confront uncomfortable truths about his own experiences. Over time, Tim will begin to understand that what happened to him was neither normal nor acceptable. According to Brooks, this storyline has a long way to go, but it will gradually help Tim reach the same understanding that Sally and Steve McDonald arrived at much earlier. Since Trisha's return reignited tension between Weatherfield's much-loved couple, fans have speculated online that their marriage may not survive. Some believe the fallout could push Sally back toward her former husband Kevin Webster, who remains heartbroken after Abby left him for his half-brother Carl. With events now escalating, that possibility feels closer than ever. Could this mark the end of the road for Sally and Tim? Coronation Street airs on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and streams on ITVX.